According to the Rebbe, to make סיום until Tu B'Av, Moshedesh, Mנחem until Tu B'Av, we have today the honor to have a Choshev Mashpia in Yeshiva Teres Mנחem, Abocher Atayim, Rav, Israel Kaplan. She's going to make a סיום on Mesechta Baba. But before that, part of the Eroy from the Rebbe is that we should make this סיומim, we should do it with Zloke B'Tzibur. Everybody is asked to give Zloke. And it's all zeicher sein, before he starts the סיום, we should have the סיום of God's take from Yad Namesh. Rav Kafan, bevakasha.
Okay, so at the end of Masechtas Bava Basra, the Gemara talks about the halachas of arbus, the halachas of guaranteeing a loan. And there's an interesting discussion there's an interesting machlekes between Rabbi Shmuel and Rabbi Shimon ben Nanas. We call them bananas over here. According to Rabbi Shmuel, a person could become a guarantor, could obligate himself to become a guarantor at any point. In other words, even after the loan took place, and the Mava lent money already to the Leva, and he already wrote a star, the Arif could still step in on behalf of the Leva and facilitate and guarantee that he's going to pay up the loan if the Leva doesn't have money, and he legally becomes Arif. That's the halacha according to Rabbi Shmuel. Bananas disagrees, and he learns that no, the only time an Arif actually legally, halachically becomes an Arif is if he initiates the loan. In other words, if he goes to the Malva and says, give the Leva a certain amount, give the Leva a loan, and if you're worried, I'll make sure that you get back your money. I guarantee the loan. So he initiates the loan. In that case, he becomes an Arif, according to Shimon ben Nanas. So that's the machlekes in Rabbi Shmuel and Shimon ben Nanas. And at the end of the Gemara, there's the last discussion of the Gemara, the last sugya is about an interesting case, and that is, the Gemara asks the question that according to Rabbi Shmuel, who seems to be saying that a person could become an Arif without there's no necessary conditions, you can become an Arif as long as you step in at any point. The Gemara asks, what if a person is going in the marketplace and he sees that there's a very a thug, a bully, and he's bullying another person to extract from him some money, to get a loan from him, and the other person doesn't want to give him a loan. And so he steps in, he steps in and he says that he wants to give him the loan, and I guarantee that you'll get back your money. Yeah? So the Gemara asks, what's the halacha according to Rabbi Shmuel? Does Rabbi Shmuel say that he is considered an Arif, does become an Arif or not? What are the two svaras? From Sadach, Rabbi Shmuel learns that you become an Arif in any case. There's no, you become an Arif at any point. He's very lenient in that way. With Tzad Sheni over here, there's a svara that he doesn't really mean that he wants to guarantee the loan. He's just saying it because he sees the gravity of the situation, and he has obviously Yisrael. So mainly he says it, but he doesn't really mean it. So the maskana of the Gemara is that al pi halacha he does become an Arif, but there has to be a kinyan. In other words, if he reaffirms his commitment that he's going to guarantee through a kinyan, in that case he does become an Arif. So I'll share a small word from the Rebbe on this, and then I'll read the last few lines. So the Rebbe says that B'chal we know that Masechta Bava Basra is the last of the three Bavas, and the three Bavas, as the Gemara says, Kula Zikin Chad Masechta, it's one Masechta. And we know that the Musag of Nezikin really corresponds to Golus. And the man of Golus, that's the time that the Mazikin are dominating. And therefore there are three parts to Masechtas Nezikin, corresponding to three Golias and to the three Bate Mikdashes. So Bava Basra is the last one, and it's interesting that at the beginning of the Masechta Bava Basra, the Gemara starts the din Ashutim Sharatz Alasas Mechitza B'Chatzer, which literally means partners that want to separate. The whole din about that. So the Rebbe teaches Al Pi Primus Enyonim that Ashutvin refers to Yidden and the Eibusha that they are Ashutvin, and Ashutim Sharatz Alasas Mechitza histas that they're separating from each other. It's Managolos that Avanei Seichem Ma'im Avdilim that our Averis are separating us from the Eibusha. So that's the beginning of the Masechta. Already begins with that theme. At the end of the Masechta says it's bring madgish that even in Zman HaGolus there's always an Arif, there's always a guarantor that the Eibusha, we the Yidden are in a matzav of we don't necessarily have, so to speak, but the Eibusha is always backing us. There's always an Arif, and the climax is this unique case called Chanuk, the end mamish of Golus, where Yidden feel that the Cheshach becomes so strong that they feel like they're being suffocated. Yeah, we're being strangled by the Cheshach HaGolus. And even over there's an Arif. The Gemara says that there's one condition: you need the economy, you need a kinyan. there needs to be you need to reaffirm that that the arvus is valid. And it's interesting that the Yerushalmi Taka learns that he become an arv even without the kinyan, even without reaffirming it, without a kinyan, he also becomes an arv. So the Rebbe explains because we know that the Yerushalmi is on a higher level, saying of or Yashar. So B'meila, therefore, it's clearer the connection, the guarantee of the Eibishter that he's going to liberate us and redeem us from the Chesh Chagalos is more clear. Mashenke in Bavel, it's a lower matzah, the Chesh Chagalos is stronger, so therefore you need an extra kinyan. So I'm glad the last three lines over here. Orev, if you guarantee this man that the loan is taking place, you don't need a kinyan. But if he steps in after the loan already happened, you do need a kinyan. Or the Bezdin lay by kinyan, and if Bezdin is the one who want that the Orev should guarantee, you don't need a kinyan. Why? Because the Orev commits to becoming a guarantor just by the fact that Bezdin trusts him to be the guarantor. That itself is enough of a reason for him to be recommitted. So how did Allah get Pasha to slich some stuff as Babasha?